Good afternoon, everybody, and welcome to week 2 of the ELL357 English Language Teaching and Adult Learners course. We're going to take the next few moments to review what is required of you during week 2. Right now, you're looking at the week 2 screen if you click here, which is normally the gray week 2 link. This gives you an overview of what is required of you during the week. You'll notice that the 2 discussion forums, your initial postings are due by day 3, and then your responsive postings are due by Monday evening midnight. You have a quiz to complete, which I strongly recommend waiting until after you've completed the week's readings, which includes the instructor guidance and the readings listed here. And then as you have a written assignment this week titled Program Options in Your Community. This assignment is worth 10 points. Let me scroll down to the assignment description, trying to go slow not to make you dizzy. Okay. After reading chapter 2 of the text, you're going to research for program options in your community for adult learners. You can call the Education Department, State Department of Education. You could probably go into Google and type in the search engine adult education programs with the name of your city, and you want to try and get a hold of somebody to interview if you can. If you cannot get a hold of an individual to interview, you can just go through everything that you find on the website. Now, this is important. It's a minimum of a 2 to 3 page paper of content. That doesn't include your title page, and that does not include your reference page. Within the 2 to 3 page paper of content, you're going to want to enter points A through C listed here. And then in order to determine if you've in fact gotten everything that's required, you'll click on this blue grading rubric here, and that's how your paper will be assessed. If you want, you can do it 2 ways. You can do this as a formal essay with introduction paragraph, detailed paragraphs, and a concluding paragraph, or I will also permit you to do where you use these questions as headings and then put your responses underneath the headings. Make sure either way to indent the first line of each paragraph, as well as to use spelling and grammar check. This will assist with punctuation, extra spacing, etc. And to do so, when you're using Microsoft Word, you go to Tools, Options, Spelling and Grammar Check. And just to make sure you don't forget, when you're over here, you can see as usual the hyperlinks that will bring you to each of the week's assignments. Remember, the quiz will time out, so please make sure to have all the readings completed prior to beginning the quiz. As far as your discussion questions for the week, everybody did a fantastic job last week. What I want to make sure to reiterate is in your initial response, in order to receive the most points on the rubric, you want to make a connection to the week's readings and or outside resources. This shows your ability to make connections and truly comprehend the material. Typically, a good rule of thumb is a minimum of 2 resources, because this will show basically a trend of more than one person feeling the same way as you do. For the first discussion question, you're going to do an evaluation of lesson plan. I've had some real creative ideas in the past. This one is labeled calling for information over the telephone. You can do booking a reservation, making a doctor's appointment, anything you'd like to do. As far as the second discussion question, this is a language lesson that you'll be developing based upon your readings in chapter 3 of the text. Sorry about that little pop-up. And you're going to want to choose a game from this blue hyperlink here that could be used to address the language competency, functions, grammar, vocabulary, all these items listed here. The English language is a very difficult language. We have what I like to call multiple meaning words. For example, not necessarily related to this, but I have a cold or I am cold, things that we find may be simple, these might be quite complex for second language learners. So that is a brief overview of what is required for you for Module 2. If you have any questions, do not hesitate to email me by clicking on this link above, or you can also call me by phone. Have a great week too, and talk to you throughout the week.